I'm Joy Alemazong, political scientist and sociologist, associate lecturer at the University of Applied Sciences in Bremen.
Stefan Liebing, I'm running the German African Business Association Afrika-Verein as their chairman.
We actually want to build a foundation center for technology in Cameroon, and it's a center which we intend to be as a hub for the diaspora here, in which we can actually transform brain drain to brain gain. What we want to do is try to see if we can reverse this change or play a role in reversing this change. Those who are here will be of much benefit to their fatherland and also to the community in which they live. Mr. Liburd is a practical example that you are going to learn about. Someone who is going directly to Cameroon to do something very practical, and where we're going to have maybe 3,000 Cameroonians employed from his actions.
We are not doing what other SOBANs are doing. What other SOBANs will be doing is getting more involved in helping, interacting among themselves and helping their alma mater. We realize that we have got the education that a lot of people do not have, and we have to impart this knowledge to others. We understand very much that we stand in a privileged position that people can listen to us, and that if we show the way, they will follow.
It's an association that's ongoing and is taking significant steps. The main objectives, which you see, they're trying to empower people, which is such a nice thing. I mean, now they're trying to extend their branches into Africa, like wanting to create the technology center, which I think is a very good thing.
I'm convinced that given the creative spirit, which we have just noticed, especially with the project that has just been announced by the President, the solidarity, willingness and determination to succeed by members of SOBA, the Foundation has great sustainability prospects, while its limits may only appear to be the sky.
We think that through this project we can actually participate in the development of our country.
By learning about projects that are going on in the same region close to Limbe, for example with the fertilizer project that Ferrostaal is looking at as a big German investment, there might be even room for synergies. Why not talking about combining training facilities that Ferrostaal will need to build for their people with the initiative of Cameroonian diaspora in Germany in developing this center of technology in Limbe.
The extensive growth of the BRICS countries is going to be over. Labor cost is going to be more expensive in these countries. And he thinks the next area in the world that's going to take off will be Africa. In fact, in his words, it says, Africa, a young, fast-growing population, rising educational standards, rapid industrialization. A generation ago, that was a description of much of Asia, but these days it applies to sub-Saharan Africa.
I would say it's the best conference I've ever seen. Everything worked very well.
Bringing people here like the CIM and seeing the experiences of the other VKII, it's very, very touching to know that they have Cameroonians who are really putting all their efforts to do something in Cameroon, and that encourages me.
The environment is quite knowledgeable. You see people with knowledge speak from different departments or different areas of their expertise.
My impressions are very positive. People get empowered.
The role Cameroonian diaspora in Germany can play in developing business and in developing business with Cameroon, which is going to contribute to the general development of the country. And secondly, I think it's always important to get together, to exchange ideas, to network before people go back home to their respective places, and strengthen a network of Cameroonians that work together and that can help each other.
Within SIM we have also a think tank. It's a special department which is supporting the creation of new projects, of new policies, how to work with the diaspora, how to work in the area of migration.
Everywhere you go, you gather something good. Coming here, talking to people who've got different ideas is quite a good thing to do. So I would advise people who want to listen to different ideas from different people on how to implement whatever businesses they've got back in Africa should visit forums like this.
More forums, and we have to really speak to so many people. Because the problem we have as Cameroonians is everybody wants to do something by herself, but it's not going to work like that.
I don't want to be a pessimist. I always look at the glass as half full instead of half empty. I think last year we had a smaller number. This year we have a bigger number. It shows that the trend is moving in a positive direction.
Maybe some of you are going to play an important leading role in developing more business projects between German industry and the great, beautiful country of Cameroon. Thank you so much.
If, for instance, someone has to join the group to support in this project, it has to be a little bit very transparent.
We are a registered NGO in Germany, which means our finances are openly declared to the finance office. In this very first stage, first of all, we have to engage our members. They are stakeholders. They are those who are going to hold this project to the end. If they don't believe in it, then it's doomed to die. So the first reliable part is our members themselves putting in their money. Then we ask the public to put in everything to help us. After that, we tell them what they presented, and when we go down there and we get this piece of land, we explain to them how much we got the piece of land and how the money was spent. And when we move to the next step, which is the implementation, it gets complex. And in that stage now, we are going to be involving external partners. We have already a couple of people who are already coming up to say, okay, they want to join us in this project. So that will be the second part of this, second phase of it. And in that phase, we'll disclose all the transparency.
We are all in Germany. We know that things are difficult also here. The company are not perfectly working. We do face problems, and there are so many opportunities in your country. People who are well qualified, who know both words, should not be that modest, because you definitely have something to offer.
My name is Alexander Sipua Nubamjo. I grew up here in Germany with a Cameroonian father and a German mother. Having studied economics at the University of Hamburg, I realized the importance of economic empowerment for the development of the African continent. And in this regard, I was then starting to act as a project manager in the field of renewable energies.
I'll give you a simple example, like, you want to go back to Cameroon to, say, open a small business, employ about 5 people, and you go there, all the costs that you have to incur. It's more than the capital that you take back home. Now, is it worth it going there to pay that money without even knowing if the structure is going to work, or you take that money and come back in Europe and invest it to do something lucrative?
The government should take care of this area, because sometimes the people coming there, they don't want any support from the government. They just want things to flow.
Everybody wants to go back home. Everybody, they're not happy spending money here. They want to go back home. So we just need some kind of an opportunity zone. You have to pass through a lot of office. So if there is a direct office where the Cameroonians in the diaspora can channel their complaints to, so that the Cameroonian government is going to know, okay, what are their difficulties? What do they want to do back in the country?
We have a pool of experts here who can do something to transform our country.
The key thing is to know how to call us back home, making it more conducive for people to even sit and think that they want to go back to Africa and do business and become masters of their own.
With the presence of the ambassador who has been so committed here and representing the government, I am hoping very strongly that that will kind of be his own support to the SOBAs to facilitate this process.
Buying a land in Africa, not receiving from the Catholic Church, owning their property, creating something down there, it's a giant step and a good one.
It's good that they decide to do it independently, because if they want to count on other, say, the government for financial support, I think that I will be expecting too much from the government. I just expect them to communicate with the government to facilitate the administrative process for them. And I'm also very impressed with what I heard from our Nigerian counterpart, that the president has established a land for the diaspora to come and invest with business opportunities. It's amazing. Those are things we can learn from.
Everybody in the Cameroonian diaspora has got a job here with a German company. So you should advocate within these companies for senior management to look into opportunities in Africa, to look into expanding into Cameroon, to become an investor there. Let's try and work together in getting more German senior managers to look into Africa, to go there, to travel there, and to explore opportunities.
Expert know-how. We have a lot of Cameroonians who are educated here. They know the situation in Cameroon, the cultural, the socio-economic situation. they understand it better, and information that you need to be able to do something successful in Cameroon, which German experts don't have. So when I hear something to the like, when the president comes here, a German is invited to advise on what can be done in Cameroon, I'm disappointed.
I hope that everyone is going to support our project, and it's going to be something that will be win-win, not only for us SOBANs, not only for us Cameroonians, but also for the Germans and the general public at large.